you ever wondered whether people are actually lying to you when they say, I don't have the money on a sales call? What if everyone who says that is not an actual liar? What if they're not really lying? What if that's just their BS excuse? That's what we're going to talk about today, helping you uncover whether or not they really have the money or what's the thing that's holding them back. I'm Mary Bicknell. I am the founder and creator of the Big Old Life and Biz Plan, and I am here to help you, dear service provider, solopreneur, woman business owner, make more money, working less, simplifying everything in your business, and loving your work. At the end of this video, by the end, you're going to understand why people are having resistance, some of their immediate resistance to investing, and what to do about it. What do you want to do about it? It's not them lying, it's something else. Okay. So I want to make sure that you stay to the end. At the end of this video, I'm going to share with you the number one thought that I have every single time I get on a sales call with my potential clients and going to talk to them about investing in working with me. And my offer is a high ticket offer. So let's talk about this. Are people lying when it comes to, I don't have the money to invest? Is that what they're doing? Are they just lying to you? Are they lying to themselves? I don't think so. I don't think it's either of those things. I think that what happens is I want you to think about it compassionately, first of all. Don't get triggered immediately. Like, I can't believe these people coming on a call and they don't have the money. Why the hell did they get on the call? I hear that from people sometimes and they feel frustrated. And you know what? When you're in that vibe and you're in that energy of like, I can't believe, I hope I don't get on another call with somebody who says I don't have the money. First of all, by the way, side note, golden nugget here is if you have that thought before you get on a call with people, oh my God, I hope these people have the money. Like, that's going to filter out. People will read that. They'll smell that. That's the smell of stink on you, my friends. But here, as a marketer and as business consultant, I want to help you with that. If you continue to have calls where you literally are getting on calls with people who they are not your potential best client, that's on you. That is your marketing. So I'm curious on what you're saying in your marketing that keeps attracting to you the wrong person. You need to reach out to me for that. Let's get on a call, marybicknell.com/call with Mary, and let's clean that up. I know that happens sometimes. And I know sometimes we fall off track. We have all the best clients. And then what happens is, boom, we hit some income ceiling. We hit our own psychological blocks. I want to help you break through this. But today we're going to be talking about, are people lying when they say they don't have any money? Look, I remember the very first time when I hired my very first coach, I literally sweated through my shirt, and I'm not like a big sweater. I'm not somebody who's just like profusely sweats all the time. But I remember she told me what the investment was for 6 months. And this is 9 years ago. And I thought I might like throw up a little bit in my mouth. I was just like totally freaked out and shocked because I had never invested that much money except in my education, never invested that much money in myself. So here's one of the things I want you to consider. Sometimes people feel that they are saying they don't have the money because what they think they're saying no to, or I don't have the money to invest in myself at that level. So one of our jobs in our sales calls is to help them think through, is this investing in you? Who else will be benefiting from the investment? So for me, when I looked at it, thank God I did. $1 million+, 2 homes later, 7 figures, like blah, 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 other things later, 9 years later, 7-figure business. Thank God I did that. So who else benefited from my very first investment? My daughter, my husband, my clients. I want you to think about that too. Like all my clients, you are benefiting because you're listening to this or you're watching me, wherever you are seeing this and hearing this and experiencing this. These golden nuggets, this training, these tips I'm giving to you are of benefit to you. They're of value. So when you have a client, a potential client who says, oh my God, that is just way too much money. Tell me a little bit more about that is what you want to ask them. Well, I've never invested this much money in myself. And then you can say, is that true? Is that true that this is just for you? And then ask the question, who else would benefit? Maybe they're a mom Maybe the fact that, they're not taking great care of themselves. You want to help them see how taking better care of themselves is being a role model for their children, and actually will allow them to be around longer. So think through for you and your niche and your specific clients and your industry. What are benefits other than just to the potential client? Okay. So that's one thing. Next is, are they lying about, I don't have any money? Here's the thing. Sometimes people literally think, oh, I have to pay cash for this. Now, this is a little bit more money mindset. And so keep an eye out for the future. We're going to do a lot more money mindset tips, trainings, all the things. So if you haven't connected with me on LinkedIn, make sure that you pop over there, Mary Bicknell, and make a connection. Make sure you tell me that you met me this way, right? Wherever you're listening to me right now, because we're going to talk more about money mindset. Because here's one of the money mindset problems that some of your clients probably have, is that they don't ever even think about leveraging a loan, leveraging a credit card. They think they have to pay for with cash. Now, I know what they say. They're like, well, I don't believe in credit cards. Okay, look, every business owner I know who's successful leverages money. Because when you invest in something, you leverage money to save time. Those of us who have wild success, we leverage money because we want to learn something faster. We want to do something faster, because faster means more money and more time. So I'm going to invest to save time. Time is life, life is time, time is money, etc. So sometimes people just don't even think about it. So another thing too is, you can ask people. I've had clients who are like, I don't use credit cards. I'm like, well, why not? Well, because, I put that credit card in the ice cube tray. I can't use credit. And I'm like, wow, that's what we need to be talking about. That's the work, my friends. You don't trust yourself. You're afraid that if you use a credit card, that what's going to happen? You're going to lose, like all hell's going to break loose. You're going to go insane. You're going to run amok. Well, clearly you need some help with that. So really think about, for your specific ideal client, what are the reasons that they have? They're not lying to you. They're not trying to be an asshole. It's their own fear stuff that's coming up. We want to be compassionate about this because they are in a moment of vulnerability. We don't want to take light having them invest money, no matter what the dollar figure is. It could be a lot to somebody, or it could be a little. Maybe you need to charge more money, and they're like, I don't have the money because you're charging too cheap. That's another conversation. So is it that they have never leveraged a loan, a credit card, taken money out? So how can you walk them through understanding that saving time now, investing time today, will ultimately pay off? How can you help them recognize that them investing in themselves can eliminate all of this stuckness, all this lack of trust, etc.? That's our jobs. That's our jobs as salespeople, as business owners, and consultants, coaches, service providers who are providing a service of transformation for our potential clients. So if you need some more help around your sales calls, if you're not closing at 50, 60, 70, 80+%, then you and I need to have a conversation. So comment below, Mary, I need some help. I'll get back to you, or reach out to me, marybicknell.com/call with Mary. You want to listen to some more? Go find the masterclass that I taught that said your best client in high ticket offers. Then I did one on arm twisting 101 and the 3 best questions to ask. Look, learning to sell your services, really, don't you want to do the work, right? You want to do the work. You want to help people. In order to help them, you must learn how to market. You must learn how to sell. And I can help you with both of those things. All right. So I told you what I would, at the end of this, I would tell you the number one thought that I have when it comes to sharing my high ticket offers. But let me tell you first, when I first started, I remember telling my husband, John, so clearly, I remember this like it was yesterday. I said something like, one day people are going to pay me $300 an hour. And he was like, what? And now I charge far more than $300 an hour. Here's my thought when it comes to sharing my rate that I charge for clients to invest in working with me and the transformation that you will get. I take This is my thought. I am 100% responsible to deliver my promise and solution to my client, and they will get a return on their investment. See, I don't offload the responsibility for transformation onto my client. I don't just like they pay me and then I tell them what to do or I coach them and then magically, no. I take responsibility for them getting what they came for. A lot of people don't do that. And you know why you don't do that? That's a question for you. Why don't you take 100% responsibility? Now, look, I'm a cognitive behaviorist. I am a trained therapist. I am a coach for years. I've been an entrepreneur. I moved out before I graduated high school. I know about taking 100% responsibility for my actions. I also want to take 100% responsibility for my client getting results. Now, can I guarantee that they're going to follow through on every single thing I do? No. But what I train and I teach my clients about is making sure that all the things that you say that you're going to deliver, each one of them is worth the investment alone. Let me say this again. This is the magic. Pay attention. This is the money. When you think about all the things that you offer your client and all the transformation, make sure that they're so rich and ripe and delicious and fantastic that each one of those benefits, those results would justify, if you will, the investment alone. That is where you become bulletproof, invincible, hell yeah, all the time, of course, buy my thing, because you've done the work to make sure. I've taken 100% responsibility for each one of those bullet points. Each one of those things will give my client a return. Great if they do all 10 things or all 5 things or whatever the number of things that you offer. But no matter what, I know, I am certain my clients get their return on investment. So it's easy for me to have a conversation. I love having sales conversations. I love talking about the investment. I don't bat an eyeball at the investment because I know they will get a return, because I've made sure that I've done my work to deliver on the promise. All right. Think about that. Go over to LinkedIn, connect with me. Keep an eyeball out for the upcoming trainings, teachings, and YouTube videos and podcasts, all on your money mindset. Money mindset, marketing, and sales, they all go together. Until next time, it's Mary Bicknell. Bye now.